we often talk about goals or we think about goals as something that's like extremely linear position, or we think about where we want to be in 4 years, 3 years, or even a short-term goal. And we think about that oftentimes, and we think it's just a straight shot where we're wanting to go. But in reality, like anyone that's achieving something that they know is pushing themselves, like mentally, physically, or even just putting themselves outside their comfort zone. That's like, it's not the reality. Like it's just not realistic for where you're at. And a goal should be unrealistic. How I talked about in my previous video, how it should be a little bit delusional to some extent, and it should definitely put you outside your comfort zone, because you're shooting a shot that you don't even know 1,000% you're gonna make. We gotta tell ourselves we're gonna hit it, but you want to put yourself in such far shooting positions that you're gonna be uncomfortable during the way. And that's why I want to talk about it, like not being a straight linear shot when we talk about hitting our goals, because I've seen a lot of people that they get very disappointed, even myself at times, when they don't hit the goal like right away. So what I'm trying to say is, like, imagine this little fucking guy is you, like this little, like, sure, he's happy and he has a married. This little guy, like this is you right now, and let's say you're a stick figure, and you want to bulk all the way up, and you'll be this fucking muscle guy, right? And now that you're this muscle guy, what the fuck happened? All right, you want to get to this muscle guy, and now you think, all right, cool. If I just go to the gym every day for 6 months, this is me, in one straight line, and this is your 6-month him process or something like that. In 6 months, you're gonna be that guy. You're gonna be the man you want to be. So often, what happens when we set minds, like set this shit in our goals, in our mind, what happens is you start here, and let's say you get to month 1, and everything's perfect and nothing's changed, but you feel yourself getting a little bit stronger, and you start feeling good about yourself. Maybe you slacked a few times here and there, but you're still overall proud of yourself for your goals. So boom, you're on the right path. You're still going linear, and then what happens is towards that, eventually somewhere along the journey, you're gonna hit a road bump at month right here. Let's say this is literally a month and a half. It doesn't really add up to the correlation 6 months. Just let's say it's a month and a half. Let's say that your girlfriend breaks up with you. You find out your girl's cheating on you. Guess what? So somewhere along the way, you're gonna end up skipping the gym. And so all of a sudden, what happens is this line is, let's say your girl breaks up with you here, and you miss a few days in between around here. And now that your girl broke up with you, you start eating bad. So your line goes like this. And all you're doing is you're sending this little fucking fat muscular guy all the way down here. So now instead of it being a linear line, now your fucking muscles are coming down here. But this could be your 9-month plan, if that makes sense. And now somewhere along your fucking 1 to 6 month plan to now your 9-month plan, because you got fat and desperate because your girl broke up with you. Now you're on a 9-month plan because you set yourself back so far. But somewhere along this 9-month plan, from these 3 months in between, you're fucking, I don't even want to say that. Let's say your dog died. Awful. God bless. Dog died. Similar shit, right? So you kind of get the point I'm going from, is that now that your dog died, where you at? You're still kind of skinny. So scratch this guy's occasion, because he got pushed all the way back over here. So it took 12 months. But let's say, we get the point, right? So things happen in our life, and like they deter us, and it's no longer a straight shot. But the important part is that when we keep pushing this goal back, and we have this little muscular guy, whatever, it's important that we don't get stuck in this. And this, if you're tracking, or if you could tell anything that I was saying, I kind of went on like a tangent there. But the skinny guy here is you. All you did was go in a circle. You went in a circle full of bullshit for 12 months because at the start of the year, you set a goal, a short-term goal, long-term goal, doesn't matter. You set a goal, and you let things in your life that were speed bumps or like hills, you let them break you off your cycle. And I'm not telling you that you have to be perfect when it comes to achieving your goals, but I'm telling you that you have to plan for these bumps. So if 1 month and a half in, our girl broke up with us, we have to find it in ourselves as a person to push through that mental barrier, set aside our emotions, and continue towards our goal. Because when we get to hitting a goal, especially a short-term goal, and we make it an emotional goal, then we rely on everything exterior to kind of keep our interior selves going, if that makes sense. Because hitting a goal is extremely mental. When you realize that, it gets a lot easier to start hitting your goals, because you rely less, or not you rely less, but you take less into effect towards your goal when it comes to outside things happening to you. Like if during my goal to become a Marine, I broke my arm and some shit happened, or not. Let's not make it physical. I'm gonna keep it mental. Let's say my girlfriend cheated on me. Instead of having to be, obviously, you'd be overly upset, but I'd be overly upset and you have to go to the gym still. Or you'd be overly upset and you still have to go to make this shit up. I lost storage. I lost storage as I was recording. You can't make it up. But I think the point I was getting at right there was that, God bless, I literally only need 2 minutes. Fucking. Anyway, as I was saying, again, that as something comes along our way, these speed bumps that we have in life, it's important that we look at what happened to us and we're like, wow, that was really shitty. And we're right here, right? But we want to be over here. So we go, that was really shitty. I'm going to be sad. Avoid that fucking bump and just keep going straight. Like, don't let something that happened all the way over here, this little bump over here, affect you going to your goals still. It's so important that we isolate our goals in our mind to the point that nothing else matters when it comes to hitting those goals. Of course, you have to be ready for like disappointment when it comes to any area, but don't think about disappointment. Don't think about setting your standards lower. Don't think about anything else when it comes to your goal, because the second you start bringing other things in that goal, now you're like piling yourself. And there's no reason for you to add on stress to what's already going to be a hard goal. Because like I said, these goals that we should be hitting are goals that we might not even see obtainable for ourselves. So if you already have a goal that you don't see obtainable and you're adding other life stresses onto that, you're just making it 10 times harder for yourself. And at the end of the day, if we can keep pushing through these like mountains and stopping this cycle from happening where you just keep going, and that's why you can never hit a New Year's resolution, whatever it may be, you're going to be just fine. Just isolate your goal and get your mind in the right place before you hit that goal. Just be ready for like the straining journey it's going to be, and like embrace it. Like, we see no athlete's ever gone from like never losing their life to being the champ. It doesn't work that way. Like everyone hits speed bumps and you're not going to be perfect. Just make sure that you don't end up the same person you were at the end of the day because of something that happened on the outside, and then you let that stop your goal, right? You kind of get my point I'm saying? I hope you did. I hope you took something away from this, because it was really sloppy, and I don't like to like write a script for these videos. I think I want to keep it like really genuine. So I hope you took something away from it. Just rely on yourself, like take care of yourself. And remember, like, it's all mental at the end of the day. So just get to your goal. Just make it easier on yourself, dude. Fucking God bless.